Well, it's been a little while since we've had a fresh round of Nintendo Switch eShop sales, but the wait is now over because we have a brand new wave of various different promotions available and live right now. And in today's video, we need to break down everything that is currently live, and I want to share my personal recommendations on which games may be worth adding into your personal Nintendo Switch collection right now. What's up, nation? May the 4th be with you. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on your bell notification if you're new here. And we have a fresh round of Nintendo Switch eShop sales and promotions to walk through today. And we're first kicking it off at the very top of the page with the Cadence of Hyrule Crypt of the Necrodancer free game trial. And what's interesting is that initially, I believe it was communicated that this game will only stay free to play in its entirety until May 7th. And we typically only see these run for a 1-week period. Interestingly, on the graphic, it does show May 1st to May 7th, but if you look at the game trial sale on Nintendo's own website, it does say it's available until May 14th. So that's either a typo or it will be here for 2 weeks to check out. But you can see the following discounts should you choose to pick up this game in its entirety. And the first one up, the entire game is $12.49 right now. That is a 50% discount from its regular $24.99 retail. So if you're looking for something to hold you over while you're waiting for Tears of the Kingdom that's Zelda related, that one might be worth looking into. There is also a Splatoon 3 promotion going on right now, where if you pick up the game, you get 3 months of the Nintendo Switch Online membership. So if you're new to Splatoon, you want to play online with your friends, that's at least a bundle deal that is currently available. We will not go through the Picross sale that's going on right now. We covered it in a previous video. Same thing goes for this one. It's been running since April 20th. It will end today, so we're not going to spend any length of time on these publisher sales. Then you do have a Warner Brothers game supersize sale. Honorable mention, it's running until May 7th, but we actually have to get more towards the bottom of the page to discuss some of the new promotions that you will also have just a little bit longer to pick up and add into your collection. And the first one we're starting off with is the Capcom Golden Week sale. I actually made a purchase from this sale myself, which is none other than the Mega Man X Legacy Collection. It was not in my library, and for $7.99, I definitely feel like that is a steal, considering you are getting Mega Man X 1 through 4. Those are the games that have the most nostalgia for me, because I grew up as a kid on the SNES playing through Mega Man X 1 through 3 very heavily, and those games are all in full quality, playable now on the Switch, and it looks beautiful on a OLED in handheld. And I've always been somebody who's advocating for the return of Mega Man X. I would love to not just see the newer Mega Man traditional number installments, but bring back the Mega Man X line of games. I think it's time in 2023 to see some fresh installments, and there's still a ton of momentum around Mega Man, even with things like the Battle Network collection selling extremely well, getting to over 1 million copies just shortly after launch. So you love to see Mega Man on sale. The thing to note with this particular offer is that all of these are only until May 7th, so a few days at the time of posting this video that you'll actually have to go in and grab these Capcom discounts. You then also have the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection at 60% or 66% off, rather, $9.99 instead of its $29.99 regular retail. You also have the base Mega Man Legacy Collection, a number of different Monster Hunter Rise bundles available. You have Resident Evil 3 coming in at 33% off, Resident Evil 2 coming in at $29.99. Now, notably, the Resident Evil games, unfortunately for the Nintendo Switch, are cloud, so not really going to recommend you to play them on the Switch unless if that is your only option to play through those games, because latency is a thing. And while it is great to have the more modern remakes of Resident Evil available, the cloud version just doesn't do it for me personally. We will continue down the Capcom portion of the list. Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition, a great pickup at 50% off right now, or $9.99 on the eShop currently. Some additional Mega Man games worth mentioning: Mega Man 0/ZX Legacy Collection, $14.99 instead of its regular $20.99 retail, available on the eShop. And Mega Man 11, one that holds back nothing in terms of the difficulty department. This is a try over and over again to progress through the game type of experience, and it is 66% off, or $9.99 right now on the eShop. It's a really good pickup, looks great in handheld mode, definitely one that I would recommend out of today's discounts. You also have Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, $11.99, Monster Hunter Stories 2, $19.99, 50% off. The Okami games, Okami HD, actually coming in at 50% 50% off, or $9.99 right now. Resident Evil 4, it's not the remake that the next gen consoles got, but it is the classic that you know and love from the GameCube era of games. For just $9.99 right now, you can add that into your collection instead of its $20 regular retail. The Great Ace Attorney, $19.99, or 50% off its regular $40 price. So some notable discounts here as part of the Capcom sale, so don't sleep on this. You have until May 7th to pick up any of these games. Also, Capcom Fighting Collection at $19.99, 50% off. I definitely think this is one of the more solid Capcom sales that we have seen in recent times. We then have an NIS America Golden Week sale 2023, up to 90% off certain titles is what they're claiming here, also till May 7th. I'm not super familiar with these games, so we won't spend any length of time here because we actually have yet still some great mentions as far as the discounts that are ongoing right now. So I will slowly scroll past so you guys can see what is kind of as available as part of this sale, because as you can see, there is actually a number of different discounts, and some of them very steep discounts at that. So at least worth going through the page yourself. I will have it linked in the description down below as well, so you guys can check it out firsthand. Square Enix Golden Sale. Now, this is one that you have until May 8th to pick up, so a whole extra day compared to the other sales that we have mentioned, but a lot of different games on Square Enix's lineup of games, which we'll start with Balan Wonderworld. It's $11.99 right now. You might argue that that's still not cheap enough for that game, but considering that I believe it launched at a full price release, it may have been $39.99, but that's the regular retail that it lists on the eShop. It's 70% off right now, so at least a notable discount for that very controversial game that some people seem to enjoy, to be fair, and others just absolutely ridicule it. I haven't taken my time to play it myself yet, but if you're waiting to add in Balan Wonderworld into your collection, you can do so right now. Chocobo GP Racing is $24.99 or 50% off. I played this briefly through, I believe it has a demo, or it did at some point, and for me, it just didn't feel as crisp as a traditional Mario Kart experience. I really feel like if you're gonna release a kart racer, that arcadey, fun, play with friends type of game, you have to at least have your standard set towards something like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which of course is the king of racers on the Nintendo Switch right now. And Chocobo GP didn't really do that for me, but if you want some change of pace, see some different characters, and you want slightly different gameplay mechanics in a kart racer, that is of course 50% off right now. Continuing down our list, Collection of Mana, $19.99 or 50% off its regular $40 retail. You also have the Dragon Quest original game. Really, we'll just loop all these in together. Dragon Quest has a number of different games that are discounted right now, all between 35% plus as far as their discount. And $8.11 for Dragon Quest 3 The Seeds of Salvation. That seems like a decent pickup. Dragon Quest Treasures, a more recent release, is $35.99 as opposed to its $59.99 regular retail, so 40% off right now. Dungeon Encounters, you have various different Final Fantasy games. Remember, this is a Square Enix sale, so if you are missing any of these classic Final Fantasies and you want to pick them up, 10 and 10-2 HD Remaster being very notable. That is 50% off, just $25 right now, and you can add that into your collection. Harvestella, a game that we've seen a lot of promotion around from Nintendo over the last year, that is $29.99 and 50% off right now. Think farming sim, but also action adventure RPG combined. And as we scroll down the list, I wish I could recommend the Kingdom Hearts games to you guys. It would be fantastic if we at least had 1.5 and 2.5 collections in native on the Switch, but they are cloud ports, so don't recommend you to play them that way. Pick it up on a PS4 or even an Xbox One, whatever last generation console will still run those tremendously better than the Switch because of the cloud nature of that port. I really wish they would have done something different with them, especially considering how perfect of a fit Kingdom Hearts is for the Switch, but that is what we get today. Nier Automata, another one that I would definitely recommend you guys to look into at its 25% off discount right now, $29.99. This is like PS3 era action adventure RPG, and it really has a ton of different gameplay mechanics throughout. It seems to do things very well. I would definitely say that this is one you should look into reviews on if you're on the fence about it, and potentially just pull the trigger and add it into your Switch collection at $29.99. Continuing down the list from there, we will scroll through some of these last games. In the interest of time, won't mention any of them, but you can see them on sale because we have one more, actually maybe two more massive sales to, yeah, it is two more as of today, massive sales to walk through here. And we have Ubisoft Deals Are Blooming. This started May 2nd and is running until the 15th. And the biggest one that we will spend time on is Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope, because you might remember that this released in October of 2022 as a full price $60 Nintendo Switch pickup. It is already down to $29.99, so a full half price discount right now that you can get on Sparks of Hope. It did not perform as well from a sales perspective that Ubisoft wanted it to, but people who play the game definitely seem to enjoy it, and I do think that it is a much more justifiable pickup at a half price discount right now than it is at its $60 regular retail. From there, we have some Just Dance discounts in addition to multiple Assassin's Creed games that, to be fair, we kind of always see on sale, so we won't really spend a lot of time on them. Immortals Phoenix Rising, $11.99 right now, 80% off its regular retail. Child of Light is $5 right now, 75% off. So some notable discounts here. A lot of the games have been around for a long time. Rayman Legends Definitive Edition, $7.99. 70 would be a terrible deal for that game at this point. $7.99 right now at a 80% discount. That's definitely a good deal if you haven't picked up that game and added it into your collection so far. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, just $4.90. You can see some of the discounts here. I mean, you can really get a lot of games and build out your library for a very low amount of money. So some notable ones for the Ubisoft sale. Uno, if you don't own that yet, Nintendo even did a free game trial on that. It's only $3.99. You can play Uno with your friends on the Switch. The very last one that just kicked off today that we will wrap up the sales and deals portion of Nintendo's website is May the 4th be with you. Star Wars focus sale, of course, that is lasting until May 10th. And you have all of the classic Star Wars games available here. Star Wars Knight of the Old Republic coming in at 35% off, or $9.74. The sequel to that game also coming in at the same price point. You can get a bundle for $20 or 35% off the combined price. Star Wars Jedi Knight Academy, another one at $9.99. And then the big one for me, well, you do have Jedi Knight, Jedi Outcast, which is another great pickup for just $5. But I have a ton of nostalgia for Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, because this released in the heyday of the N64, right when Episode 1 was out and the big hot topic, and it's a lot of fun to go through that pod racing experience. This is a full-on remaster that was released in 2020, and it's just $7.49 right now. So if you want a Star Wars-based racing game, I can't recommend that one enough. It's a ton of fun for me personally, and a really great remaster at that. Star Wars Republic Commando, a recent free trial that we had as part of Nintendo Switch Online free trial game promotion, that's just $7.49. It's 50% off its regular retail. Star Wars The Force Unleashed, this is a great game that, in my opinion, one that I had a ton of fun with back in the day. $12.99, 35% off its regular price. So there you have it. That wraps up all the different sales and discounts. Again, this website is linked in the description down below. You guys can hop over there and look through everything in great detail yourself. And I want to hear from you guys at this point in the video, whether or not you're planning on picking up any new games and adding them into your collection as part of the latest sale, or whether or not you're just underwhelmed with this one and ready for some more first party discounts on Nintendo Switch games, which are definitely a rarity. So regardless of your thoughts and feelings on everything we talked about today, I do look forward to hearing from you all in the comments down below before you leave the video, as I do look forward to getting a back and forth conversation started with you all around this topic. Go watch yesterday's video next if you haven't already, which is on screen right now. Also, make sure you like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next video.